Now, as this is my first video that I will be sharing with all of you, let's get started with the syllabus. There are 5 chapters in our syllabus: vector algebra, limit continuity, derivatives, integration and differential equation. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 are completed already. Before the lockdown situation due to this COVID-19, we were discussing the chapter number 3, that is the derivative portion. So now in derivative portion, what we have completed, these are the things that are present in derivative chapter, but we have completed up to definition of derivative and algebra of derivative of some standard function by definition method, by chain rule method is also over, derivative by trigonometry substitution method is over. Now what are the remaining portion? The remaining portions are implicit functions, derivative of implicit functions, derivative of logarithmic functions, differentiation of a function with respect to another function, and also the application derivative part is also there. In the application of derivative part, there are two portions: successive differentiation up to second order and partial derivative up to second order. Now in this class or in this video, I will explain you about the derivative of implicit function. First of all, try to understand what do you mean by implicit function. So functions are categorized into two types of functions: explicit and implicit. Explicit function and implicit function. Now let's discuss what do you mean by, what is the meaning of explicit function and what is the meaning of implicit function. So what is the meaning of explicit function first? A function is written as the dependent variable in terms of independent variable. A function which is written as the dependent variable in terms of independent variable of x. If we will consider y as the dependent variable, x as the independent variable, if we can write it in this format, y is equal to 4x plus 7. See, y is written on one side and x is written on another side. Y completely depending upon x. Y completely on one side, x in another side. Similarly, the second example, y equal to x square plus x plus 5. Y on one side, x is written on another side. Y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. So y in terms of x. Y in terms of x. Y on one side, x on another side. Dependent variable on one side and independent variable on the other side. Similarly, one more example, y equal to 3x square plus 5x plus 6. Again, y the dependent variable is one side, x the independent variable on the other side. Similarly, I have written one more example of explicit function, specifically y equal to 2x square plus 3x plus sin x plus 5. Y the dependent variable on one side, x the independent variable on the other side. So these are the case of explicit functions, and till now we have discussed the derivative of explicit functions only, right? Whether it may be using chain rule or by the formulas, by trigonometry substitution method, we have discussed the derivative of explicit functions only. Again, try to understand what is explicit function. Explicit function means if we can write the dependent variable and independent variable in two different sides, y on the first side or left hand side and x in the right hand and vice versa, right? So if we are able to write the dependent and independent variable on different sides, then that is called as, or that is the case of explicit functions. Now here it comes to implicit function. First of all, the definition: a function in which the dependent variable is not isolated on one side of the equation. If we cannot represent the dependent variable and independent variable on either of the sides, then it is considered as the case of implicit function. What is the meaning? See, x square plus xy minus y square is equal to 1. Here we cannot split x and y to different sides. They are written in an equation type: x square plus xy minus y square equal to 1. X and y cannot be splitted. Next, second equation, x cube y plus xy square plus x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0, or it may be plus 5 equal to 0, whatever may be the case. This is the example of an implicit function or implicit equation, as we cannot split x and y. So if you can split the dependent variable and independent variable in either of the sides, then that is the case of explicit function. And if you cannot split the dependent variable and independent variable in two different sides, then it is the case of implicit function. Now, examples of implicit equation and explicit equation. So first, y equal to 3x square plus 4x plus 1. Here y is the dependent variable that is present on one side. 3x square plus 4x plus 1. X is the independent variable and all the terms containing x. Terms containing y, terms containing x. Containing y in one side, containing x in another side. So this is the case of explicit equation. Now the second example is x square y plus xy square plus 5 equal to 0. See, we cannot split x square y plus xy square plus 5 equal to 0. We cannot write x in one side, y in another side. That's why this is the case of implicit equation. Again, listen to my point. See, this is the case of implicit equation. X square y plus xy square plus 5 equal to 0. We cannot split, we cannot write x in one side and y on another side. That's why this is the case of implicit equation. Next, let's consider the third case, x square minus sin y equal to 0. It seems to have written in the equation format, but see, x square minus sin y equal to 0. Then take x square to the other side. Minus sin y is equal to minus x square. Sin y equal to x square and y equal to sin inverse x square. Y is equal to sin inverse x square. In left hand side y is present. In left hand side y is present. In right hand side x is present. Y is present on the left hand side and complete x terms are present in right hand side. So we are able to split y and x in two different sides. So this is the case of explicit equation. So in literal languages, in simple language, if x and y together should not be on same side. What is the meaning of implicit equation? In simple languages, x and y together should be on same side. That is implicit equation. And if we cannot split the dependent variable and independent variable of two different sides, and this is called as the implicit equation. So in literally, if we can split the dependent variable and independent variable into two different sides, then it is the case of explicit equation. And if we cannot split into two different sides, then it is the case of implicit equation. Now, let's find out how to find out the derivative of implicit function. It is very simple. See, first example, if x square plus y square plus x plus y equal to 1, find the value of, now x square plus x square plus y square plus x plus y is equal to 1, then find the value of dy by dx. Now x square plus y square plus x plus y equal to 1. Differentiating with respect to x. Individual differentiation. Differentiation of x square with respect to x. Differentiation of y square with respect to x. Derivative of x with respect to x. Derivative of y with respect to x. Derivative of 1 with respect to x. Differentiating with respect to x. Complete derivative, right? To each and every individual term we have operated the derivative symbol. So derivative of x square with respect to x, y square with respect to x, x with respect to x, y with respect to x, 1 with respect to x. Now The derivative of x square with respect to x is equal to 2x. Y square with respect to x, here remember one thing, y square with respect to x. We cannot differentiate y with respect to x. We cannot differentiate the functions of y with respect to x. So how we will differentiate y? Y square. So multiply and divide with dy. Multiply and divide with dy. See, y square with respect to dx. We cannot differentiate y square with respect to dx. So multiply and divide dy. Multiply and divide dy. Just a little arrangement is done. Y square divide with respect to dy and multiply with respect to dy. dy. Again consider the third term. Derivative of x with respect to x is 1. Derivative of y with respect to dx, and 1 derivative is equal to 0. So 2x, y square derivative with respect to y is 2y. Then dy by dx plus 1 dy by dx is equal to 0. Now the terms that contains dy by dx in one side. So here one dy by dx is there. In fourth term dy by dx is there. So the term that contains dy by dx in one side, and the term that does not contain the dy by dx terms into other side. Now taking dy by dx common, so 2y plus 1 into dy by dx is equal to minus 2x plus 1. So dy by dx is equal to minus 2x plus 1 divided by 2y plus 1. That is your answer. This is your dy by dx. Now again here lies the important point. See, after operating the differentiation symbol to each and every individual term, here comes the important point. How to find out the derivative of y square with respect to x. Remember, we cannot find out the derivative of y square with respect to x. So whenever a function of y comes, what you have to do? We have to multiply and divide with dy. We have to multiply and divide with dy, right? So y square derivative is 2y now, and dy by dx. So here is the answer. Dy by dx is equal to minus 2x plus 1 divided by 2y plus 1. Just a simple logic that you have to remember. We cannot differentiate the functions of y with respect to x. What we have to do? We have to multiply and divide with dy. Now let's consider the second example. Here y is equal to sin xy. y equal to sin xy. Differentiation with respect to x on both the sides. Dy by dx. Derivative of sin xy with respect to x. Dy by dx, as we require this term, will not going to add multiply and divide with dy. So dy by dx is required. Now how to find out the derivative of sin xy? See, sin, according to chain rule, it is sin theta. It is present in the in terms of sin theta. Sin theta. Sin theta derivative is cos theta into derivative of theta. Are you all getting my point? See, derivative of sin xy with respect to dx, sin theta cos theta into derivative of theta. Now u into v. Derivative of u into v, derivative of v into u. Cos theta, derivative of u into v plus derivative of v into u. Now x with respect to x is 1 into y, that is equal to y. Dy by dx into x. Now multiply cos xy into y, that is y cos xy plus x cos xy dy by dx. Now terms that contains dy by dx to one side, and the term that does not contain dy by dx to the other side. Now taking dy by dx common, 1 minus x cos xy, y cos xy. Now dy by dx is equal to y cos xy divided by 1 minus x cos xy. Now third example, x square y sin square y equal to 5. Find dy by dx. Again, logic is very simple, differentiating with respect to x. So derivative of x square y with respect to x, derivative of sin square y with respect to x, derivative of phi with respect to x. Now x square y derivative, u into v, right? Now derivative of x square into y, derivative of y into x square, plus derivative of sine square y. As I have told you earlier, derivative functions of y cannot be differentiated with respect to x. So what we will be doing? Just multiply and divide with dy. So 2xy x square dy by dx plus sine square y. How to find out the derivative of sine square y? Using chain rule, sine y whole square 2 sine y into derivative of sine y, that is cos y, into dy by dx is equal to 0. Again the same funda, terms that contains dy by dx in one side and the term that does not contain the dy by dx symbol to another side. Now taking dy by dx common, x square plus sine 2y is equal to minus 2xy, dy by dx equal to minus 2xy by x square plus sine 2y. So these are the three examples. Now please try to solve these two problems. If xqy plus 5xy square plus x plus y equal to, find dy by dx, 2xy square plus 3x square y equal to sin x, find dy by dx. So that's it. That is the explanation of implicit functions. Now in the next class, in the next video, we will discuss about the logarithmic function, derivative of logarithmic function. That's